So imagine an anime whereby you take Zootopia and all its themes and how it works, and you give it a mature light and you put it in a high school. You get this. Beastars is another accuser of Netflix jail, whereby they keep their anime and don't release them day and date because I don't know why. And this is an anime with anthropomorphic animals, whereby one of their classmates has died or had been eaten by a carnivore, and there's this wolf who falls in love with a rabbit, but because he's in love with a rabbit, he doesn't know if he loves her or if he thinks she's prey. And you see him go through the story on determining whether he wants to eat her or he actually likes her. In terms of 3D anime, most of them are usually pretty trash. So when I heard this was 3D, I was like, ooh. But to be fair though, there's this one anime that's given me hope about 3D CGI type anime, which is Land of Lustrous, and that is a fantastic anime and it was really beautiful because of the 3D. So I was willing to give this a shot, and I'm really glad I did because this thing is really good. A lot of the things that I love about this anime is a lot of the reasons why I love Zootopia. It has the underlying themes of racism in carnivores and herbivores, and it shows it in a more mature version in this anime. So the world is set whereby carnivores can't eat any meat at all. They can only eat vegetarian type food that substitutes for meat. And it really affects them and their whole pack and tribe and how carnivores act. You see herbivores get upset about how carnivores are stronger, so they're more feared because they are prey. And you see carnivores sometimes get upset with herbivores because they feel like they're racially abused, I would say, and that people don't trust them because they feel like they could go and attack them at any single point. And this is the stuff that Zootopia did so well, and this anime does it better. It does it in a way whereby there's a lot of world building and there's a lot of consequences for each of the side's actions. In terms of the characters, there's this main character which is a wolf that falls in love with the rabbit, and the wolf's name is Legacy, and he's weird, but weird in a kind of understandable way. He's a wolf, so he's meant to be very aggressive and angry and all that, but he's very, very reserved. And he doesn't want to be aggressive because he understands how messed up the world is, and he'd rather just stay in his lane and not make any trouble. So it is understandable, but he is a little bit of a weirdo. But we all like weirdos, so hey, I don't mind. In terms of the rabbit that he falls in love with, her name is Haru, right? I did not expect her character to go the way it did, and in a weird way I'm glad it is, because it's not a stereotypical nice girl anime type character. She has her own motivations and reasons for doing what she does, and she's also very, like, you know, true to herself, if that makes sense. Like, she doesn't really care about what other people think about how she acts, which you'll find out she acts in a interesting way. So I like people that like just do what they're doing and they don't really care about what other people think. So that's interesting. There's also this deer called Ruiz who is meant to be this really popular dude, and because he's a herbivore and he doesn't attack people and he uses his mind over his strength, then of course it makes sense that he's popular. And stuff like that is just so interesting, the dynamic between what a herbivore would do and what a carnivore would do in an anthropomorphic world. It's so cool. But what I really want to take my time and talk about is the CGI, because wow, the CGI is so beautiful. I have not seen CGI this good since Land of Lustrous, and I think this might be even better. It fits the character models because they, you know, anthropomorphic animals. At first, it's a little jarring because they move in a kind of staggered way. Like, it's like if you're watching something with less frames per second, like maybe like 12 frames per second or something. But then there are times when they move really smoothly like humans and it looks so stunning as well. It all fits with the music as well, which is fantastic. And even the opening and the ending, they're both fantastic. This is the kind of anime that I like what Netflix gets, the stuff like the Devilman Crybabies and stuff like that, where they have a lot of social issues they want to talk about, and their animation styles are not the typical animation styles you'll see in any anime. So I'll give credit to Netflix. That was a good one you got, but please release it on time. Just release it release it weekly, release it when everybody else is. I mean, it stops us from illegally watching it, but luckily I waited. Overall though, this anime is really, really good. I would advise to watch it. It's a romantic drama, I'd say it is. I don't think I mentioned that, but that's what it is. And my only issue is that one of the biggest plot points of the whole show, they addressed it, yeah, but they didn't properly address that, if it makes sense. It was more of a thought that went throughout the show rather than an actual address, if that makes sense. Like, they didn't address the problem that happened, if that makes sense. Overall though, I love this anime and it's really, really good. I'm excited to see season 2, and I was really shocked at how well it was. So I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. And yeah, that's pretty much it with this review. Thank you very much for watching. Do you agree or disagree with anything I said? Let me know in the comment section. I'm open to discussion. Please like and subscribe, and also stay safe. And thank you for watching again. I've said that already, but yeah, I hope you have a great day. All right, see you later.